Senate Majority Leader John Thune in focus now. Good to see you today. This is momentous. This is so many things. It is hopeful. The president says it's the first step. Talk to me about how big this moment is and what it does for peace breaking out around the world should he try for more.
It's historic, and it is really an epic development, Harris. You think about thousands of years of history and the warring that's been going on in that region, and more recently, obviously, and of course, the terrible attacks from a couple of years ago. And what the president has been able to achieve here is nothing short of remarkable. And he builds on the success of the Abraham Accords from his first term in office. But this truly is historic. He deserves a tremendous amount of credit, and his team, who worked diligently and successfully to broker this deal. Obviously, there's a lot that remains to be seen in terms of Hamas and getting them disarmed. But at least in terms of the first steps forward and getting those hostages released, what an incredible achievement.
Yeah, you'll need all those countries that he has pulled together. People said it couldn't be done. His critics said it couldn't be done, and he has. And those countries are necessary for next steps. The legacy media, liberal pundits, and prominent Democrats have praised the president and his administration, some of them. Here's a sample.
We should make no mistake about this. This is a victory for President Trump and for those who wish that we can govern ourselves at home and around the world, not simply by brute force, but by ideas and civilized norms.
Trump was able to accomplish something here that's significant, hugely significant.
I give credit to President Trump. I give credit to Witkoff and Kushner and Rubio. These are hard jobs.
Now, remember, I've been saying it's not everybody. President Obama's deputy national security advisor shrugged off President Trump's accomplishments. Watch.
It's great that the Israeli hostages are reunited with their families, that aid is getting to Gaza. I would not go as far as to say that this kind of validates a certain, theory of diplomacy, because frankly, it's just a ceasefire. The problem has not been solved. It's not really a peace deal. Wow, just a ceasefire. That pierces your heart when you consider what those hostages have been through, their families, and now all of them are coming home. And that doesn't seem like something to be dismissed, Senator.
It's not, and that's Trump derangement syndrome. They don't want to give him credit for anything. This is historic. An achievement, I think, that will mark his administration. And again, it's something that is achieved when you try to make sure that your policy is one of peace through strength, Harris. That's the policy of this administration. It's been on display, and one of the reasons this was possible is because of the action the president took in Iran. And that enabled a lot of this to happen. So we've got some other challenges around the world, but the president and his team is intent on ensuring that they are trying to bring about peaceful outcomes in some of these war-torn areas of the world and to save lives. And this is going to save hundreds and thousands of lives in that area.
Well, and what you just did took us forward, too. You mentioned Iran. And, of course, when you look where the president says he wants to potentially go next to break out peace, and that is to end the war between Russia and Ukraine, Iran is going to play a role in that, too, because of its coziness, if you will, with Russia. Let's move forward. Day 14 of the government shutdown. Today, the U.S. Senate is set to return and hold its 8th test vote on Republicans' House-passed funding plan. Like each time before, Democrats are expected to block it. The shutdown is already climbing the ranks as one of the longest in U.S. history. Right now, only 4 shutdowns have lasted longer. Here is House Speaker Mike Johnson.
Welcome to day 14 of the Democrat government shutdown. It's 2 weeks of Democrats in Congress inflicting untold pain on the American people for nothing other than pure politics. We are trying to break the status quo so government works better for the people. And Chuck Schumer is resistant to that. We're certainly not going to allow the American people to be taken hostage for his political gain.
That just a short time ago, how the day began, President Trump says he's with Republicans.
John Thune's been great, and Mike has been great. Speaker, he's been great. Those two guys have done a great job. But we're dealing with a bunch of radical left lunatics that have lost an election in a landslide.
Before we go back to the senator, let's speak to what the president just said. On the Democratic side, House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries is calling for his members to return to D.C. to show they are ready to negotiate This despite all but one Democrat voting against the House funding resolution. Senator Thune, are we stuck? Is it like, what happens next?
Well, we're only stuck as long as a handful of Democrats decide they want to follow the leader and play politics rather than do the right thing on behalf of the American people and open up the government. That's where we are, Harris. We're going to vote again today. We have 55 of 100 United States senators voting to reopen the government. We need 5 more Democrats. It takes 60 to do most things in the United States Senate. And all we need is 5 Democrats. But their leadership is intent on pacifying and trying to appease this far left base. They've got this big rally coming up next Saturday, which everybody thinks they want to get behind them before they do anything to open up the government. But it's really straightforward. I mean, this is the legislation right here. It's 24 pages long. It is clean. It is nonpartisan. It has no policy writers, no partisan gimmicks. This is a straightforward way to open up the government. It has passed the House. It is sitting at the desk in the Senate. We can pick it up and pass it today. The president will sign it into law today. The government opens up. And all these questions about who gets paid, who doesn't get paid, which agencies and departments are going to be prioritized, those all go by the wayside. It is that straightforward. We are trying to open up the government. The Democrats are not. They are playing politics. It needs to stop, and it needs to stop now.
Before I let you go, Hakeem Jeffries wants to negotiate. From what you just showed me, there's nothing to negotiate right now. They either sign off on it or they don't. Your last word.
There isn't. There is nothing to negotiate. This is a straightforward proposition, something that they did 13 times when Biden was in the White House and when they had the majority in the Senate. There was a continuing resolution to keep the government funded. That's all this is. Nothing more, nothing less, nothing else. And they should take this, get the government opened up again, and then we can talk about all these other issues they want to talk about. But this is an indefensible position, Harris. I mean, they are in a tough spot. And I don't know how you're going to walk down the floor tonight and know that there are 5 Democrats who can open up the government today and vote against it again. They cannot defend that position.
I had read you all in the Senate, Republicans want to keep getting them on the record. Apparently, it's not hurting them yet. We'll see. Senator, good to have you. Thank you.
Thanks, Harris. Nice to be with you. Thanks.